All right, everybody. We are almost towards the end. This is the bibliography lesson. So we're going to talk about how to create your bibliography. And that way you can get it in your sway and not have to worry about that piece. So you're going to need 2 pages to do this. One of which is your sources and credibility chart. And then the other of which is actually this bibliography page. And this bibliography page, this goes over all of the steps that you're going to need to do. So the video is going to help show you, but this page tells you. And so what I'm going to show you is literally step by step on this page. So just know that this information is very easy to access for you. So the first thing we're going to talk about is the 3 different kinds of citations you should have. You should have complete citations. All of you should have some complete citations. And then you may also have Destiny URLs and Google URLs. The bibliography is broken up into 2 parts. And so the first part is only for people with URLs. So if all of your citations are the complete citations that you've gotten from database, and all of your citations are in this complete citation chart, you don't need to do part 1. Okay, part 1 is taking these URLs and turning them from URLs into complete citation where it lists all of this different information. So if all you have is complete citations, you don't need to do part 1. You can move down to part 2. If you do have URLs, these are the steps you're going to go through. Okay, so what you're going to use is you're going to use a website called citethis4me.com. And the link is right here in your notebook. And I have it opened right here. The first thing you need to do is you need to choose the style of your citations. And we're citing everything in MLA. So you're going to choose that. So I'm clicked on that. And then it's going to take you here. And most of you are going to go to website because that's the kind of source that you're using. If you cited something other than a website, like a video, you're going to go to more and you're going to follow those prompts. I'm just going to click on website because that's all I used. And then it wants you to put in for contributor, anybody that wrote anything for this site. So I'm going to scroll down, and down here it talks about how it's from the Columbia Electronic Encyclopedia. Here it says C Study, by J. Schneer, but I think the C Study by J. Schneer, I think this is just where they got their information from. I don't think it's the person who wrote the article. So I am going to scroll down a little bit more, and I'm going to get rid of some of these ads so they're out of the way. I don't see an author at all. And I've looked and I can't find it. If you've looked and you can't find it, you're going to leave that blank. It is okay to leave something blank if you've looked for it and you cannot find it. All right. So I'm going to skip over that and I'm going to go to publisher. Usually the publisher is towards the bottom of the website. And so you're going to look around and kind of see. A lot of times publisher is right by the copyright date. So right here, it says copyright 2000 to 2019 Sandbox Networks, Inc. So this Sandbox Networks, Inc., that is the publisher. So I'm going to highlight that. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to go back to cite a website and I'm going to paste it. All right. And again, I'm leaving access date blank and then I'm going to click complete citation. And it's going to take a second. And then right here, it says citation style Harvard. I'm going to click on that and I'm going to choose it to MLA 8th edition. Okay. Then it edits my citation so it's in the correct format. Now what I need to do is copy this. I don't need to highlight it because right here there is a copy bibliography citation button. So I click this. You're going to get this screen. Just click don't show me this again. And then I am going to go back to my OneNote. And now that I have my Destiny URL into a complete citation format, I'm going to click here and I will paste that. Okay. Then to keep track, if you have a lot of URLs, you can always highlight the URL you just cited and then highlight it with a different color so you know that you've already turned that into a complete citation. If you have a lot of citations to turn into complete citations, you can make your box bigger by just going to the bottom box and then clicking tab, and it will add a new line. All right, so that's how you increase the size of that complete citation box. So that's what you need to do for part 1. Okay, so that is when I come here. Oh, by the way, sorry, when you're ready to add your next URL, you just come up here to add a new reference, click on that. It will take you right back here. Okay, so that's part 1. And all that is outlined for you on the bibliography page. Now let's talk about part 2, and this is what everybody needs to do. Once you have all of your URLs turned into complete citations, you need to create a page in your Sway that is going to be your bibliography page. So I'm going to come back over here, and I have my Sway pulled up. Okay, and you're going to go to the bottom of your Sway. Your bibliography should be the very last card in your Sway. So I'm going to click here, and I get that plus sign. I'm going to click plus, and then I'm going to make a text card. And I'm going to title this bibliography. Okay, and then I'm going to hit enter or return a couple times, and then I'm ready to start putting my complete citations in my Sway. So I come up here, and what I need to do is I need to focus on my complete citations, and I need to move them from this chart, okay, this complete citations chart right here. I need to move them from here to my Sway, but I need to move them in alphabetical order. So I'm going to move them one at a time in alphabetical order. I want to show you an example. So here we have this bibliography, okay, and we have 4 citations. And you can see the first one starts with the letter M. The second one starts with the letter P. So M comes before P, right? And then the last 2 begin with S, and S comes after P. Well, since they both begin with S, I need to look at the next letter to figure out which one comes first. So this is S-T, and this is S-U. And if I think about the alphabet, I know that T comes before U. So that's how I put them in ABC order. And again, I copy and paste them one at a time. So I'm going to come back here, and I look at S and T, and S comes before T. So this is going to be my first one. I'm going to highlight it. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to go to my Sway, and I'm going to paste it. Okay. Now, once I paste it in, I have to put in what's called a hanging indent. What that means is I'm going to do the opposite of indenting, where usually you indent the first line. A hanging indent is you indent all except the first line. So I need to indent the second line. Usually for an indent, we use the tab key, but the tab key doesn't always work with Sway, so you might just have to press the space bar 5 times. So I'm going to try that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there you go. I have my first line normal, and then my second line with an indent. Okay, so now I'm going to hit enter twice so that there's a space between my citations. Come back here, go to my second complete citation, highlight the whole thing, copy it, go to my Sway, paste it. Okay, now I'm going to try and do that hanging indent on the second line. And it's not working. And the reason it's not working is because it reads the URL as one line. So I have to hit the enter or return key, and then I can do my hanging indent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And that's it. That you just move all of your complete citations in alphabetical order, and then make sure you have a hanging indent. Again, all those directions are right here on the bibliography page. Okay. If you need help or have questions, make sure that you come in before or after school so that we can work on this together, and so that you can get your research project done and this very important piece taken care of. All right. Happy bibliography making, and we'll see you soon.